Hello, namaste, welcome back to Flora Plethora. I am Nikki Parihar, and today we will speak about the mythical, the spiritual plant Brahmakamal, also known as night blooming cereus or orchid cactus. This is a flowering cereoid cacti that blooms at night. The bloom lasts only for a single night, but the fragrance and the size of flower makes it a breathtaking view, which is definitely worth a space in our gardens. This plant can grow up to 10 feet tall and requires regular trimming. Hence, evaluate the space available in our gardens while bringing a Brahmakamal. I have accommodated one in my balcony and trim it every year to restrict the size. When we say a cereus cacti, then that is a tree-like plant which has columnar structure and well-defined ribs and large spine. The flowers are nocturnal, that is, they bloom during the night. Now, generally, if we speak of the sunlight requirement, it is assumed that these are desert plants and will need a very intense sun, but basis the place of origination, some of the cacti require bright light, some require partial shade or full sun. Now, this one originates from West Indies, South America, Brazil, and Argentina. Therefore, it will do well in full sun, but the tolerance range of temperature is between 7 to 29 degrees Celsius. So, if the weather in your area fluctuates beyond this tolerance range, then you can move this plant indoors. About the pot selection, a mature plant, even when trimmed regularly, would need at least a pot which is 16 inches in diameter and 18 inches in depth to grow well and spread, while the container material is not a criteria. These plants would require watering like any other regular plant and not like a cacti. So when you see the topsoil drying, do water the plant. Of course, the soil should be well-drained mixture. Notice here the porosity of the soil is very high and therefore, in spite of being a cacti, it does well with regular watering. As I keep repeating in all my videos, a thumb rule with the permanent plants is to touch the soil of the pot with your fingertips. If that sticks to your finger, then the plant does not require watering. When that is dry, only then we should water this pot. This plant also has sacred values and is offered at Badrinath and Kedarnath shrine, as also distributed as prasad. It is believed to bring loads of good luck and prosperity in our homes. It is very commonly found and cultivated in Himalayas, and this is also the state flower of Uttarakhand, one of the states in India. The reason for cultivation is its medicinal uses. It is helpful for the treatment of fever. Flower, rhizome, and leaves are used for treatment of bone ache, intestinal ailment, cough, and cold. Talking about the pest management, only if this plant receives low light, improper ventilation, and irregular watering, then we might see whiteflies and mealybugs attacking. Just clean that leaf both from the top and the bottom surface, apply some pesticide and correct the conditions. Otherwise, you would rarely see pest attacking this plant. Just every time keep a check and try keep rotating the plant so that any of the leaf is not buried in some damp area where you're not noticing some pest actually taking away the nutrition from your plant. Now, talking about fertilizer, give it any available fertilizer once in the month of February, very properly, just replacing 3/4 the amount of the soil content and replenishing it with nutritious soil because it starts growing new shoot and eventually prepares for flowering. I also add liquid fertilizer like seaweed fertilizer once in a month. Pruning is an integral part of the care for the cereoid cacti. We must prune this plant thoroughly during the winters. Now, cut off the leaves which have borne some flowers, because by the weight of the flower and by supplying it the nourishment, normally these leaves will turn a little yellowish and they will also kind of droop down because of the weight. So you can cut from this part during the winter so that you have more shoots growing in the next season. This is how you will see new leaves coming up. Besides there, you will observe the new branches and the bracts coming up. Here is the cutting which I did last year, and then there were more branches in this season. These prune cuttings can be placed in soil for propagation. Bury them about 2 inches in the soil or as much as required to support that cutting to stand straight. Now keep the cuttings in indirect sun till you observe new leaves coming out of it. This is a slow process, so it might take really long, but till the time the cutting is green, we know that the plant is alive. In fact, cuttings is probably the best method to have this plant because it's not very commonly found in the plant centers, and you can ask some of your relatives or friends to give you some cuttings and you can grow this plant through that. Talking about flowering, the major attraction with this plant. Monsoons, which is July to September, is when it will flower. The leaf borders will produce buds. Only a mature plant, which is at least 2 years old, will flower. So you could notice here, there are a lot of buds over here, which a single leaf might carry. And these 2 flowers that you see hanging, these are actually buds which would bloom today. A common concern that we get is that many of the buds, they dry out in some days, but what actually happens is that all the leaf nodes will produce buds, but since it's a container plant, it has limited energy and strength to carry these heavy buds, and therefore only 1 or 2 buds would mature and flower eventually, while others, they dry out as a process of natural selection to flow maximum energy for the growing bud. It takes about 2 weeks for a bud to mature and finally bloom. Now this one would bloom today. I would show you a picture exactly as to how a mature bud would look like. So even if other buds, even little big, fall off, don't worry. This is 7 p.m. in the evening and these flowers have started blooming. They have partly opened up. If you could see here, I am so excited. There's one down below. Let me try and show this one as well. They would take, I think, another half an hour to open up completely. Finally, the wait is over and we have the full bloom. It's about 9 o'clock now, and just look at this beauty. Sheer pure white flower. Hope you are enjoying to view this lovely flower, and you would have loved the entire video and found this a very comprehensive and informative video. Please do like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.